Here on The Colour of Country Life, good to be speaking with the Victorian Minister for Mental Health, Gabrielle Williams. Minister, how are you today?
I'm very well. How are you?
Great, thanks. It's a good, important conversation point on this Thursday Are You OK Day. An important thing to be asking your friends and colleagues and loved ones. Why is Are You OK Day important?
Are You OK Day is extremely important because of two reasons, really. One, that it promotes awareness of mental health and suicide among Australians and encourages each of us to reach out to those we love and care about and check in, because that may well be the difference between them seeking the support they need or not. But it's also about raising the profile and raising awareness about the range of organisations and services that are there to support people in need.
And the Are You OK website is an important resource, I think, because when you look at, having those conversations, you might not realise there are ways to, prepare for that conversation and make the inquiry at the appropriate time.
Yeah, that's right. It's an important resource to help guide those conversations. Not everyone knows exactly what to say or what to do in those situations, but I think the important thing to note is that there is help at hand, and sometimes just that act of checking in will make all the difference.
And it's important to be a good listener for our listeners to realise that sometimes it's just best to open the conversation and let someone talk.
Absolutely. Listening can be one of the most, if not the most important acts that we can commit to when checking in on someone that we love and care about, or just someone that we get the sense is not doing so well.
And I guess that's the challenge as humans. We like to try and think, or some of us do, that we can fix things, but really it's about letting someone, explain themselves in terms of how their head state is at that point in time.
Absolutely right.
Now, Minister, what is the state government doing in this area of mental health in the northwest of Victoria in particular?
Yeah, well, look, listeners may be aware that 18 months ago, the Royal Commission into Victoria's mental health system handed down their final report, and it painted a picture of a system that was broken and that needed serious repair, and in the last 18 months that's exactly what we've been doing across the state, including in our regional areas and of course including in our state's northwest. So since that time there's been some $6 billion over the last few budgets invested into our mental health system. In terms of our regional communities and in particular our northwestern communities, we've seen statewide the rollout of 30 new pop-up mental health services around Victoria, including in Mildura and Horsham. That's delivering more than 93,000 hours of extra support for people closer to home, as well as some targeted services for young Victorians who need care. But we're also establishing up to 60 mental health and wellbeing local services across Victoria, including in Mildura, Ararat and Horsham. And that's really one of the flagship reforms recommended by the Royal Commission, and it will provide an easy way to get treatment and support for people, for adults in need. And I think the value of that model is that it's an easy gateway into getting the help you need, because sometimes the service system can be very difficult to navigate, and it's been up to us, particularly on the back of feedback from the Royal Commission, to make sure that that is easier for Victorians who need that help. Of course, in Mildura, there's also the delivery of a specialist drug and alcohol residential withdrawal and rehabilitation facility. And finally, we've expanded the successful hospital outreach post-suicide engagement program, best known as HOPE, to give Victorians of all ages in Mildura and across the Mallee region access to some intensive wraparound support following discharge from hospital for a suicide attempt. So there's obviously a lot in that. There's a lot more statewide that's going on, but I suppose what I really want to convey is that the investment is taking place to ensure that we can support Victorians of all ages, no matter where they live, get the support they need.
An important initiative, a set of initiatives from the state government alongside of community groups and organisations like Lifeline and Beyond Blue. I'll provide their contact details in a moment. But Minister, thank you so much for joining us on this important Are You OK Day today.
Oh, thank you very much. It's such an important occasion, and I'm so pleased to hear this be a topic of conversation in all of our communities across the state today.
And as mentioned, those important services, if you are in distress and needing someone to talk to immediately, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you can telephone Lifeline on 13 11 14 or text them on 0477 13 11 14, also via lifeline.org.au. Online chat available, and Beyond Blue is an important resource also available at 1300 22 46 36 or www.beyondblue.org.au.